The Steam community market had been a storage unit for many people for many years. And while you probably didn't notice, it was hurting the market way more than you think. And last week, Valve finally shut it down. And maybe, just maybe, thousands of items that have been pinned at 3 cents for years might actually be allowed to move. So here's what you missed. Welcome back to Debate, a series in which we speak about the market in a broad general sense. And this one has something to do with current events. As always, if you'd like to submit your own convictions, scan the QR code on the screen. I'll read it over. The best ones I will use in a video in the future. The last week's video on Dust 2 and Mirage being removed was from Rough Trader on YouTube. I didn't know his name from Twitch, but he commented, so shout out to you, bro. But without further ado, let's continue. Now, the Valve update reads, starting today, items listed for sale on Steam Community Market will remain in your inventory for use while they are listed, e.g., your weapon can be equipped in your loadout while it is listed. While listed, items cannot be consumed or modified. You can cancel your listings at any time. And if you look in your inventory while a gun is listed, a blue bar will show up that says on market. No longer do you have to use a third-party market or have to choose between using your gun or putting it up for sale. And upon first glance, I was streaming while this update came out. Myself included, I read it and thought that, wow, that's a nice quality of life change, and didn't really think too much of it past that. It does have some on the surface effects, right? More listings, more liquidity, right? You can keep shit up for sale. You can use your guns while having it up for listing. It's going to increase the amount of listings on the Steam community market, and that increases the rate in which prices are finding their equilibrium. A lot of the times, a lot of skins have 1 or 2 listings, and people think that they can just control price and will list it for, $500 over the asking price on other websites, which just doesn't create for a healthy market. Real benefit, a good quality of life change overall. But if you stop at the surface of a Valve update, especially in terms of the economy, and if you've watched this channel before, you know where this is going. Here's what actually matters, because it's not about the skins people want, but it's more so about the skins nobody wants. The consumer grades that you get from weekly drops, the souvenirs that you unbox 20 times in a row, the 3 cent and 5 cent stickers from shitty majors like Paris and the newer ones like Budapest and Austin, the untouchables. Well, what have people always done with the bad items that they've always had in their inventory since skins came out in 2013? Well, you just list them. You list them at 3 cents, you forget about them, but the point of it obviously wasn't to make 1 cent. You'd probably gain more utility by putting the sticker on a gun. No, you just wanted to clear up space in your inventory. And stickers, given that they're applicable, makes people averse to putting them on their guns. So instead, people list. And the Steam community market, for a lot of these lower tier weapons, became a storage unit in a sense. A free storage unit. Just take a look at Paris 2023, the most infamous failure in terms of sticker prices. There's so many listings at 3 cents that even if you list one, it takes roughly 3-4 months before your listing even sells. Right? No one's taking the time to do this for 1 cent a piece. They're doing it to clear up space in their inventory. That's as clear as day. The daily volume in terms of purchases are orders of magnitude less than the listings being put up for each of these weapons on a daily basis. The Steam community market has become a junk draw, in a sense, for a lot of the lower tier stickers, skins, and souvenirs within the game. And price subsequently craters. There's no incentive to list for more than 3 cents. You just want it out of your inventory. You want to undercut everyone else, hopefully get it out and get some money into your account. And it's not because there's no demand. There is demand. These stickers usually are some of the most high volume things beyond cases on a daily basis. But the supply is seemingly infinite. But it's not real supply. And now, Valve closed the locker. You can't list something and have it disappear from your inventory anymore. Your storage unit is gone. It sits there, it stares at you, and you don't like that. You want it out, and that's why you were listing it in the first place. Aren't you sick and tired anyway of scrolling through all those 3 cent listings on the Steam market? I've got you covered with UUSkins, today's sponsor. UUSkins offers direct access to the Chinese marketplace for NA and EU players. Shop the massive inventory with hundreds of skins for each and every weapon, each and every skin, each and everywhere. And look at some of these deals. 20 to 30% off. Not only can you purchase for yourself, but you can make quite a bit of scratch using some arbitrage as well. The best support in the game, around the clock 24/7, and a 10-hour guaranteed delivery or your money back. So what are you doing? Why are you not using UUSkins? Scan the QR code to check it out for yourself. UUSkins is the gold standard. So there should be some type of domino effect that manifests from this. Domino 1 is going to be storage units. People will actually start buying them. Junk clogging up your inventory. You have items that you bought from third-party marketplaces that you can't put into a storage unit for another 6 days. Well, you're gonna have to buy some storage units to put that junk in. You physically cannot list it away. It will take months to sell. $2 a pop and straight to Valve. Bonus. Now, since there's no incentive to just list all of your junk on the market, people are going to put their stuff into storage units. And if the price jumps up to 4 cents, it's not like they're going to take all those stickers out and then list them, right? They're just going to hold them. And while we probably won't start to see the results of that for like a couple of weeks, maybe months, in time, the listings are going to fall for a lot of these low tier stickers and weapons, right? Slowly but surely, that inflow of supply is just going to dry up and the amount of purchasing is going to stay the same roughly. And we should see floor prices creep a little bit. And not for all stickers, because some of them just simply aren't going to move for months and months because they just look like shit. But there is hope for papers not being 3 cents for the rest of eternity, right? Paris might be too far gone, but maybe something like Austin. Those floor prices are going to increase probably quicker than we've seen in the past, especially since there's real demand for those. They might be 4, 5, 6 cents, not a moonshot by any means, but not 3 cents for across the board. Okay, now you're probably saying, who cares? This 3 cent item goes up to 5 cents. Why should I care? You should care, because the next stages are where the real burn happens. As I alluded to before, there's going to be sort of a lock on those storage unit items people are putting in there instead of listing on the market. Are you going to open up your storage unit realistically and then sell your stickers just because it went from 3 to 5 cents? Probably not. It's still not worth your time. The effort is simply not worth the return. So they're like soft burned, removed from circulation effectively without anyone deciding to remove them. And all these stickers right now are 3 cents, right? And if you sell them, they're 1 cent. So 1,000 stickers, $10. Do you want to spend $2 on a storage unit to house $10 worth of items? Is that worth it? Same goes for consumer grade items. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to buy those storage units? Maybe not. So I think what will actually also start to happen is just increased application numbers, increased trade ups on those active weekly drop consumer weapons. That'll also, in turn, help burn supply and raise the floor prices a bit. They're not going to go sit on the market as fake supply anymore because the only purpose that served was to get them out of their inventory. Now that you can't do that, you might as well hold on to them. You might as well apply them. You might as well trade them up. This is a great way to help raise floor prices in a market in which people know things rise, and thus applications of stickers and holding skins tends to happen more. All of these factors reduce supply and reduce listings, and none of them require Valve touching anything or changing a floor purposefully. No direct intervention, but they are steering consumers to make certain decisions. And that's exactly the design. And that's exactly the design they were going for. This should feel familiar. Valve have a problem with the Paris stickers. Millions of stickers of all of the most popular teams sitting at 3 cents. Why would I buy one for 30? Paris stickers honestly look pretty good. So not only is it an eyesore when you look at the community market, but it's also hurting their revenue. It's hurting their bottom line. Why would you get excited about new sticker capsules coming out when the last 5 have been sitting at the floor? Even the paper stickers like Austin that have real demand still can't get off of this floor because people just can't stop listing. There's no perceived scarcity, so the market doesn't give them any value. That's bad for business, and Valve just can't delete listings. They can't set price floors either. That would make them look like the bad guy, like they're the manipulators. But they can intervene in their own way by steering customers to do certain things in which they'd like them to do. So that's what they do. They change one small behavior, one update at a time, every few months. Players are now, they'll start to clean up their own junk through storage units, or they'll just apply some stickers finally. Supply will drop, floors will rise, not artificially, organically. And Valve has no fingerprints near the price. This also helps because of sticker slabs being added, which also doesn't help for supply of stickers being artificially high. So this kind of helps offset that a little bit. Right? I think slabs were created for, the high tier I buy power hollows so that you can actually buy them, make that market more liquid, and still use them, show them off in game if you have one. They're also starting fresh with a lot of souvenir collections, right? Train 2025, Overpass 2024. So these don't have like 7 majors worth of souvenirs crowding up their listings, keeping the floors at 3 cents. Instead, these are all new, and with this change, we'll never have that problem with these new collections. So now that you have these new collections that aren't inheriting the same problems that the old train collections had, that the old Overpass collection had. So that's got to be deliberate timing on their part. Now, I'm not telling you to go invest in Paris papers. I don't want to hear your fucking voice if you buy 8,000 Paris papers and they don't go up. But the mechanism that keeps these floor prices all the way down and depressed for their entire lifespan has been disrupted. Explicitly. That junk drawer, has been closed. And for people who held this stuff, the people that got burnt in Paris, well, you might not make back your money all the way because that's probably too far gone. You might recoup something, right? The market will recognize that these stickers actually have some value because they won't be locked at 3 cents. And price movement does a lot to a lot of people's mentals, right? Seeing a sticker at 3 cents versus 6 cents, right, might be the difference between them not buying it and buying it, and not in the way you think. The more expensive things are, aesthetically, people tend to go for more. So I think it will be interesting to see how paper stickers move, souvenirs move in the medium to long term. This is not a week play. This is like a couple months out, a year out maybe. But I do think once the supply and listings that are on the market right now go, you're going to see a lot less listings across the board, right? These skins have been 3 cents since 2017, right? There's been tons of inflation since 2017. You've lost money. You might have negative money there. And now, maybe, with the help of Valve, the market will actually be able to correct that. Because when people are not acting rationally, sometimes the market makers have to intervene. And that's exactly what Valve did here. And it becomes all the much easier when they don't look like they've done anything and make the players do it themselves. Thank you for watching. Should be expecting an update tonight, so stay tuned. I'll be streaming if an update does come out. Peace.